Hey guys, it's Cassie again, and I hope you've been practicing your juggling, but today we're going to do some origami, and we are going to start off with this cool boat. You might hear the doggies walking around and such, they're hanging out, and I have Sean here to help make some more cool things out of some paper. So, the first thing you're going to need is a piece of paper. Any paper will really do. I'm just using typical notebook paper. So I'll give you a little bit of time to go get that. You can get some printer paper. It's okay if it has little holes on the sides. You don't have to worry about that. It can be even a piece of newspaper. It can be generally anything. Doesn't really matter on the size either. That's the nice thing about a boat. You can make it to whatever size you'd like. So if you have your paper, I want you to take it, and I want you to take the corner of it and fold it across, just like this. You want to get that nice right angle. It's going to look like a triangle and it has this little end piece here. So it's going to look like this, okay? And so we do this in order to make our piece of paper into a square. So right now, it is a rectangle. We need it to be a square. So we need to get rid of this piece. The reason we do this is so we know what makes a perfect square. So you can either take some scissors or you can do what I do, which is I'm just going to fold it a bunch of times. I'm going to fold it this way. It doesn't have to be an absolutely perfect square, but we want to get it as close as we can. So I'm taking that fold, I'm going back and forth. This is a lot faster if you want to just take some scissors and cut it right off. But not everybody has scissors available right in front of them. So we're going to fold it back and forth a bunch of times. And then, really carefully, I want you to rip down that crease.
Helps if you lick it a little too.
Yeah? Fun fact.
Softens up the fibers in the paper.
I'm going to rip that down. If it rips a little bit off the crease, that is totally okay. Do your best to now have this piece, and you have a perfect square. Okay?
How's that look?
Perfect.
Good.
All right, now we're going to fold it in half. Since it's a perfect square, it doesn't matter which half. Just like that. And then we're going to fold it one more time in half. So then we have a smaller perfect square. With
Hot dog style?
Nope, hamburger.
Hamburger.
There you go. So we went from one big square to now one little square. All right. And here gets the tricky part, okay? What we're gonna do is you're gonna find the corner that has all of these flaps, okay? You have one corner that doesn't have any flaps. Not really. You have another one that has two. Another one has two. But this opposite corner right here has 4 flaps. It's like when you're counting money and you flip through them, or you get a flip book, and you flip through them. Same kind of thing. You wanna find the corner that has all of the flaps. So, when you find that corner, which is this one for me, I want to look at all those 4 flaps right there, and you're going to take just one of them, the one on the top, okay? And I'm going to take that flap and fold it back right onto the corner. See that? So I have 4 flaps here. You take the one that's on top, here's the other 3, fold it back to the corner. So it should look something like this. Okay, you take all those other 3 and you fold it back the other way. You're not going to fold it over it, we're going to fold it back. So now it should look like a triangle. Okay, and this triangle has 1 flap on one side and 3 flaps on the other side. So here's the triangle. Now, on the side with all the flaps, we're going to turn it upside down, and we're going to put the finger through the hole right here. So you should have a little pocket. Right? Can you see it? You have a pocket? All right, here's your pocket. You're going to take the sides of your pocket and pull them. Make sure it doesn't get crinkled too much. You should, help this out a little bit. You want to pull them until it folds to make a diamond. See how I have my pocket? I'm going to take the sides of it, pull it this way. See how it wants to fold that way? Give it a little help. gonna make a diamond. There. So now you're back to a square or a diamond, either one. You have all these folds all up in there, and now it's the most fun part. You have your diamond, and we're gonna do the boat, the big reveal. Ready? You're gonna take the top of your diamond, okay?
Where it has all the little...
Yep, where it has all those little folds, you have all your little layers you can kind of see in there. You're gonna take one layer here, and the 3 layers here. They should be kind of loose, kind of in there.
Okay. Oh, I see.
And you pull them apart. Whoa, you have a boat. And to help out that boat to stay as a boat, you kind of want to fold them down like so. And there you go.
Huh.
You have a boat.
I've never made a boat before.
There you go, now you have.
Yeah.
And it was a fun thing sometimes with these pieces of paper, like you can see Sean's here, it has a little porthole. So that is how you make a boat. Okay, now I have a second boat. The fun thing is if you make like a bunch of boats, you can fold one on top of the other. See? You can
Stack
fold that
them.
one. Stack a bunch of boats. Stack all these boats. You can have just like a boat collection. Now the fun thing with boats is that you can make them of all different sizes. I mean, I could take this little piece of paper that I ripped off my bigger piece of paper. I can make that one a square. And just, you know, make a little boat. See how I didn't make it perfect when I ripped it down? That's okay, still generally a square. And we just do the same process, and you can make a tiny boat you can put on top of your other boats. You have a little boat fleet, but the most fun is to take a newspaper or a really big piece of paper, okay? And a lot of newspaper, yep, is already square. So helpful. So I'm gonna fold it, and make, you know, it's mostly square. I think it's slightly not this one at least, but that's okay. I'm gonna make this one. It's gonna be a little bit off, but that's all right. The fun thing is if you get to this step where we have our triangle, we have our little pocket, this can also just be a hat. It's always fun.
A pirate hat for your pirate boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you can take this one, make it into your boat. Oops, see my corners get a little foldy. Here we go. Make a big boat. Oh geez. Make a large boat to then be the big one of your fleet. Or take this boat, open up the end a little bit. You can make it a different hat. Boat hat. Doesn't really say I need an even bigger piece of paper to make it a boat hat. But it's a cool boat otherwise. And that's how you make a boat.
Nice.
So, I want to see your guys' boats. It'll be super cool. You can make a bunch of them. Make them little, make them large. But you know what's more cooler than a boat? I mean,
What?
a boat would just sit there. I mean, you could put like some wax or something on the outside, and when it's raining a lot outside, you can like have it go down your sidewalk with the stream. And that's really fun and all, but I like origami that can fly. Do you know how to make one of those?
I sure do. I actually know how to make a couple of different versions of flyable origami.
Sweet.
Yeah. You want to see?
Yeah.
Well, the first one that we're going to make is like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is going to be our first one. It's a pretty good flyer, and it's really easy to make. But after we get done with this one, I'm going to show you an even cooler one.
Sweet. Let's do it.
So, grab your piece of paper. Any old piece of plain paper will do as well.
All right, I have my plain piece of paper. What next?
All right, so we've got our plain piece of paper. What we want to do with this plain old piece of paper is to fold it in half hot dog style. So it stays nice and skinny.
Okay.
And make sure you line up the corners really well. And then I always push my folds in from the outside to the middle. And then you make that crease towards the outsides. Sometimes if you start on the sides and work your way in, then it gets all misaligned.
Okay.
The other really important thing with all types of origami is to try and press down your crease folds as much as possible. The tighter that fold can be, the better any of your origami will end up. Now, we unfold it,
Okay.
and then we kind of make a little house. So we take the top corner, we fold it right to that center line that we just made that fold for. Fold that crease down nice and tight, and then we do the same thing to the other side. And they should match up pretty much in the same spot, which is nice. If they're a little off, that's okay.
Yeah, mine's a little bit off. Oops. I don't think I used your folding technique on my first fold, so mine's a teeny bit off, but I think that's okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Now, we leave these right here. We don't unfold them.
Okay.
And instead, we're going to take this angled edge, and we're going to fold it so that it lines up with the middle crease.
So another fold in.
Yes, so
Okay.
we take it here, and we fold it again so that that outside diagonal edge ends up right in that middle. It's kind of a weird fold. Not a whole lot of planes use this. But again, if you unfolded that, this is what it would look like.
Okay.
So this is the fold we're making here. Taking this edge, bringing it to the middle.
Okay.
Then we do the same thing to the other side. And so what you should see is that if you're using a normal size piece of paper, you should see that it doesn't quite make it to the end. And that's okay, because that's kind of like the tail of your plane. So it's kind of nice. But we take that and we fold it in half. So we cover up all those folds, tuck them away inside the paper airplane, nice and
Snug.
snug. Yes.
Okay.
Now, what I like to do for this part of the step for a lot of my paper airplanes is it's kind of hard to see. We're going to make the wings, and it's hard to see where to make the fold if you do it like this.
Okay.
So a lot of times I'll take this and I'll fold it up just a little bit.
The bottom part?
Yes.
Oh.
Like that. I give it a nice gentle crease,
Okay.
and then I go the other way as well.
Oh.
So I'm not pressing it down super firmly.
Okay.
Just nice and gentle. Now if I open it up, I can see where that crease is. And it's already started for me, but it's not actually there.
Yeah.
Then I open up the plane here, the wing that we're making, and I can go right on that crease.
Oh, okay.
So now I know that that fold is going to be nice and flat and parallel with the bottom of the plane.
And then you do it on the other side, I
Yep.
assume.
And then we do it on the other side.
So you
we
have two
flip
wings.
it over.
I'm gonna line them up, right?
Line them up, yep. So I'm no longer even looking at the fold we're making. I'm looking at the tips of the wings to try and get them matched up at the corner as best as possible.
Dun, 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 dun. Paper airplane. Whoa.
And this is a nice straight shooter. So when you throw it, it'll go pretty darn far.
Well, if you throw it right.
Yeah.
If I throw it at the ground, it's not going very far.
No, for sure. The other fun thing you can do is you can take these corners here of your tail of the plane and you can fold them gently in some fun ways. And so if you fold one up and one down, now your plane will do barrel rolls.
So it'll like spin this way?
It'll spin like this as
Whoa.
it flies. Or this.
So if it's one up and one down, okay.
One up and one down. Because then the wind is going to push this one
Boom.
down. And that one up.
That'd be sweet.
This is how people who are professional paper airplane origamiists
Which is a thing.
can make their planes do loop-de-loops
That's
and
pretty
barrel
sweet.
rolls. Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
So, nice, fun, easy, simple paper airplane origami. Pretty good flyer as well. However, this one is my favorite paper airplane.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That looks like a
like-
jet.
Right? Like a fighter jet?
Yeah.
kind of thing? Yeah. And it's all one piece of paper.
That's
We're
cool.
going to learn how to do that. So, let's set these off to the side here.
I've got to move on my boats. I made too many boats.
We're going to grab another piece of paper.
Okay.
Now, the original way to make this style of paper airplane is you also use a square.
Oh, okay.
So you could go through that process, but I'm a little lazy, and I've just learned that the paper airplane looks just as cool if you do a rectangle as well.
Do you know what a boat looks like if you don't make it a square? It has a really funny fin coming out of one side.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense for a boat.
Fair, yeah.
I don't think many boats have that.
No. All right. So this one's a little bit more advanced,
Okay.
so bear with me. We'll go a little slower.
Okay.
You're going to want to fold your paper in half, hamburger style.
Okay.
So we line up those corners nice
Ooh.
and perfectly.
I'm not very good at lining them up perfectly.
Oh, you're going to need that. On this
Oh
one.
no.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'll try. I might need a new piece of paper already. First fold. Uh-oh.
First fold is kind of the most important
Oh no.
times for any kind of origami.
Okay, I think it's close enough.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
Make sure it's
this plane, in order to get these fun tails,
Uh-huh.
basically what we're doing is we're going to be building a paper airplane that's twice as thick. That way at the end we'll have
Oh.
2 wingtips.
Okay.
So you really need to press down on your creases. Really tight creases here.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to fold it in half hamburger style again.
Okay.
Kind of like how when you start with a boat.
Yeah, you make 2 folds
Mm-hmm.
to get your base.
Yeah. All right, we crease that down.
Okay.
As flat as you can get it. And then we can unfold it.
Oh. Okay.
So, this is one of the trickiest folds coming up.
Oh geez. Okay.
We want to make a fold that goes from the top of this here, the top center,
Mm-hmm.
to the bottom corner.
Where?
So what
Hold
that's
on.
going to look like.
Wait, is it on the open side or the closed side?
We have the closed side on top.
Okay, so put
Closed
the closed side on
Yes,
top.
good question.
Put it
Closed
down.
side.
Okay.
And then we want to make a fold that goes from the top center
Okay.
to the bottom right corner.
Okay. So we make that right angle again, just like our last plane. But
It's not a right angle though. Do you see how it's not going to the
oh,
corner?
it's not to the corner. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the weird thing. So you'll have to make this go farther.
Oh, so we do need it to be.
Right, so not in the middle.
Oh.
Just go farther so that the fold goes from the top center.
All the way to the corner.
bottom
Okay. Okay.
Once
Top.
you have those corners looking good, you can slowly press down a little harder and harder,
How
making sure it's lined
funky.
up. Then we push that all the way,
That is a funky fold.
right?
So now we should have something that has 2 little sharp edges, right? I mean, there's one at the top where the fold was. And then the bottom has like
Mm-hmm.
a tip. Okay. That looks so strange. I mean, look, it has folds over. Okay. Trying to get as much as you can.
Okay.
All right.
So now unfold it
Oh, geez.
and put it all the way to the back. So you're doing the same fold but backwards.
Oh, okay. On
So
that
you
same
just
crease?
tuck it away. Yep, same crease. You just
Okay.
tuck it away into the back. And the paper isn't going to want to fold on itself exactly how it was, but you can kind of work it into place there.
Okay. Okay. And so, okay, now we're here.
Yep, so it's tucked away.
Okay.
Now fold it so that in half.
Oh, where the
so that we
hamburger
see
fold
it.
is.
Yeah, where the hamburger fold was.
Okay. There.
I take the whole thing, flip it over, and we're going to do the same fold again on the other side, where we go from this top middle to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be easier now because we can just match it up with where the other one was.
Yeah, that is easier.
So we match it up, get that fold. And when you unfold it again,
So it
you
should
can
look like
unfold everything.
it should look like this, right?
Kind of, yeah. Now go
It
ahead
kind of
and
looks like
unfold
little
everything.
mountains, though.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, since we're in Colorado, that's extra cool. Okay.
Extra cool.
So, open it back up.
Open it back up, and you should see that we've got these nice
Oh,
folds here, and it can kind of sit on its own.
yeah.
What we want to do is the hardest fold yet.
I thought you said the first fold was one of the hardest.
That was one of the hardest.
Okay.
Ready?
This is why
No,
it's
that was
advanced.
The first one is the most important.
Oh.
This one's the hardest though. I think this is called a butterfly fold.
Okay.
We want to take this edge,
Okay.
this folded edge here, and we want to line it up with
The inside
crease
crease. Oh,
and
okay.
here's how. We do it by opening this up.
Oh my.
So we open it up a little bit,
Okay.
and then we flatten it down. Like that.
So we gotta. Okay. So you make a pocket
Yep, make a pocket.
on the right side. Okay. And then just like the boat, when we folded it open,
Mm-hmm.
we want to fold this one open.
Yep. And I
Okay.
think
You kind of
the
gotta
name
help
for
it
this
sometimes.
is called a butterfly fold.
Okay.
Now, as I'm lining this up,
Mine's getting stuck.
I'm making sure that it's not directly over the crease.
No?
It's a little bit to the back side of the paper, the bottom half. Just a little bit. That way, down the road, it won't get in the way of itself.
Oh.
So just a little bit off to the side. And so I make sure it's nice and flat right along the middle. And then I spread
There's
out
pocket.
those butterfly wings, make them nice and flat. Like
Do we do it on the other side?
Yep, exactly. So
Okay.
we make the pocket on the
Pocket.
left side now.
Fold
Fold it flat.
Oh, mine keeps getting stuck. Hold on. I gotta make my pocket better. Okay. Fold it down. Don't quite line it up. A little bit on the outside.
Right. Keep it a little on the outside.
Okay. Okay. I can start seeing it, kind of seeing what we're making. You can kind of start seeing.
Believe
how
it or
this
not,
puts
we're like
together.
almost done too.
Okay.
So that's cool.
Okay. So we have
All right.
this funky.
So we're going to
Thing.
take these butterfly wings that we just made,
Mhm.
and we're going to take one half of them and wrap it to the other side. So just that half here.
Okay.
And this is so nice because the tighter you can make your creases along the way of all of these folds, the more it'll just start to fold on itself
Oh.
and make it nice.
Okay.
So then we do the same thing to the other side.
Sure.
We take this half and fold it to the back.
Makes sense. Most planes are pretty symmetrical.
And now we have, our plane wants to naturally fold in the middle.
Right.
It might fold towards you, it might fold away from you. Either way, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Go ahead and just follow that fold and fold it in half.
We're back to a triangle.
We are. If you're still with us and following along here, you can probably start to guess how to make this finish up on your own. But now we're ready to make the wings. So, you can do the same trick we did before, or you can just try going right into it and make those wings. In this case, I like making the wings, because for me, I like the look of when the top matches up.
Okay.
So I do my fold right where these two parts of the wings barely touch. And I look at the back and I try to make sure that that's straight and flat.
Okay.
Press down, and it's really thick fold right there.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one wing.
And then we fold it over. And we go to the same spot. So we fold the other wing over. It's a really thick fold. We're nearly there.
We're now to another triangle.
And you can open those wings back up and you've got yourself a plane. But, of course, as we know, what makes this plane special?
The
It has
sweet
these
jet
extra
wings. Yeah.
Jet wings
Oh, cool.
that you can fold in.
Okay, so there's the 2 flaps, and then you just fold.
Yep, you just
Fold
fold
it
the
in.
top one.
Oh, that's so cool.
And there you've got a nice decorative fighter jet paper airplane.
Whoa.
Now I will say, it's a shame, but this one doesn't fly as well
Is the other one?
as the other one.
But it looks way cooler.
It looks so cool. Especially if you were to like
Why?
paint this or decorate it in some way. Maybe give it a name like a true fighter jet.
I like how you folded yours, like your wings, a little bit higher up, because mine are lower. So yours looks more like a fighter jet. Mine looks like a passenger jet, or like if I fold these down a little bit further, like it would be a kind of gnarlier front.
Yeah, like a futuristic
Yeah.
kind of jet.
So you're right. The other one flew a lot better.
Yeah, it is really good at flipping.
It is. That did a
So
cool
it just
flip.
does lots of flips.
That's cool.
Yeah. But
There you have it,
yeah,
guys.
we have our 2 planes,
Boats.
our boats.
Boat. 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 Another boat. I don't know. I think I like boats. I wish I had a bigger piece of paper so I can really make this a good hat.
We'll find some.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That is how you make origami boats and put some pretty sweet planes. I hope you guys have fun. Continue juggling, continue making cool things. There's so many videos online that you can make so many different things with so many little things just around your house, like pieces of paper or, you know, fruit or tennis balls to learn how to juggle. And there's so many more advanced things you can make with all these. So have fun, continue practicing. I hope you guys have a good summer. Stay safe. Bye.